Sorry. No problem.
Hey everyone, thank you for coming. We have Casey Stoney here. She's going to give her thoughts on this weekend's match, and then we'll open it up for questions. You go ahead.
Yeah, obviously we need a response from last weekend. Disappointing result and performance. Some real honest conversations had this week, and some really good work on the fields out here. So yeah, the only way we can respond is by putting in a good performance, and competing at home to try and get all 3 points. Yeah, we have to start better. We know that we started flat. We started, probably on the back foot too much. So we looked at that and how we can start better, because we are at home, but that doesn't, for me, it doesn't make a difference. Some teams travel well, and we didn't perform well enough. So we have to be prepared to start. We have to be prepared to run. We have to be prepared to work. We have to be able to protect our own goal. So we've looked at that, and the players have responded brilliantly in terms of their attitudes, and I'm sure they will again on the weekend. Yeah.
I know you mentioned before that as long as the grass feels right, that's all that matters. But how exciting is it for the group captain?
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm quite jealous the players get to play there. I would love to play in a stadium like that as a player, but I get to coach there, I get to see my team walk out and perform, and it's going to be an incredible moment for this football club. It's one of the best stadiums I've ever been in terms of state of the art. The players don't want to from there. So exciting for us as a club, exciting for the community. Hopefully we can sell it out. That's our target. We can get a real good fan base behind us, and ultimately we want to go there and win.
The team back up, and what have coaches that you had said to you in those situations?
I think we all know when we've performed poorly. I don't need to say too much. The first person I need to look at is myself. The buck starts and stops with me as the head coach. I'll always look at how I prepared the team. Was it efficient enough? Did I set them up correctly? And we've lost. So the answer to that's no. I don't need to say too much to the players. They were devastated. They know that the level wasn't good enough from start to finish, and they're desperate to put that right this weekend.
With the playoffs looming, are any of these upcoming matches, do you think they're must-win matches? Or
every game in this league's a must-win match, every single game, and there's no guarantees. Every game's hard, every game's difficult, every game's competitive. So we take one game as it is, and I know that's cliche, but that's all you can do. And this weekend, it's a game against a side that's having a really good run. So it's gonna be a tough game for us.
And finally, is Jody Taylor? Is she going to be available? Is she fit yet?
She's working towards fitness, and she could be available for the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alicia, if you want to go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hi, Casey. Thanks for your time today. I wanted to ask about your thoughts about the Pride. It's your first time playing them. Obviously, they've gone through a lot of changes in the course of the season. So curious to hear your thoughts on the upcoming opponent.
They're obviously under an interim coach, and Seb's doing a really good job in terms of their organisation and their ability to get results. So he's turned them around if in terms of their form. So they're going to be a really difficult test for us. They've got pace in their front line. They're organised. They're hard to break down. So it's going to be a tough game for us. We need to be at our best levels to try and get all 3 points.
Great, thank you.
Hector.
Coach, I don't know if you can answer this one, but obviously Alex Morgan has a great career, and she obviously played for Orlando Pride previously. As a player during your time, maybe you can put a context on it. Is there an extra focus or an extra level of energy did you bring playing a former team?
Well, there's Alex Morgan, Taylor Korniak, Jody Taylor, Emily Van Ekman all played for Orlando. So we've got 4 that hopefully will add a little bit of zest to that. I'm sure they'll want to go into the game and win. You do. I played against clubs that I left previously, and you definitely want to make sure that you win because you've moved to another club for a reason.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Jackie.
Hey Casey, appreciate your time this morning. I had two questions for you, but first off, I know you kind of talked about some of those honest conversations that you were having with the team this week, and just wanted to see what you were pleased with so far in terms of the team's progress just throughout the practices.
Their reaction, they weren't happy with what they performed like. They wanted to get out and feel get it right, on Tuesday, and they got out and worked really hard. They want to solve problems themselves. They want to be more adaptable, and we've put them under high stress this week to make sure that we can solve problems. So impressed with the way they deal with adversity. They stick together. They're a very together group. They ask each other, honest questions on what they need and what they can do better. And they hold me accountable too, and that's important. Like I said, it starts and stops with me.
Yeah, definitely. And then just kind of with this weekend being the final game at Torero, does that bring like a new level of pressure or excitement just in terms of the results that you want to see?
We've got 2 more games at Torero because we play this week and next week. But no, it doesn't add any pressure. It's a game, it's not a pressure situation. We need to stop viewing home games as pressure situations and see them as opportunities. We need to perform at home and get results.
Definitely. Well, thanks, and I'll see you this weekend.
Thank you.
Scott French.
Hi, Casey. Are there dimensions that you'd like to add to this team right now? And do you feel like you have the ability to do so?
Yeah, I'd like us to keep the ball a little bit more and play. The first opportunity we had to play some decent football on the weekend, we scored. So I'd like us to have a variation to our game. We know we can go behind teams. We know we can exploit them with direct play, but we also need to be able to manage the ball and keep the ball a lot more in the opposition's half and wear them down more. So I'd like us to be a little bit more patient in our play. That's something that we'll be working on and looking at, and hopefully being able to execute soon enough.
How about in terms of adding talent?
Yeah, well, we haven't added any players other than Poe in this window, and obviously Jaden's a big acquisition for us and Poe. Unfortunately, we obviously lost Jaden to the U20 World Cup, but she'll be back soon enough. So we're 6 months in. We're sitting second in the league. I need to be patient as well as everyone else. So we'll keep building, we'll keep working, and we're constantly looking to improve personnel and our performances.
And in moving to Snapdragon, are there any adjustments that you'll have to make technically in terms of? No, wonderful. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Casey. And we'll be back in just a few minutes with Alex Morgan and Kelsey Turnbow.
Good luck, coach.
Thank you.
Ready?
Always waiting on Kelsey.
Oh my gosh. Hey everyone. We have Alex Morgan and Kelsey Turnbow here. They're both going to give their quick thoughts on this weekend's game, and then we'll open up for questions. So if you want to go first, Kelsey.
Yeah, I think this game is important for us to bounce back. We really have been working hard this week to get 3 points this weekend, and so that's going to be huge. We know Orlando's had some really great momentum in their past few games, so we're really looking forward to this challenge and bouncing back from last weekend.
I agree with Kelsey. I think it's important for us to bounce back from last game. It wasn't a good showing from us. And so it's really important for us to get back on track. And we know that we have it in us. We love playing at home. We love feeling the energy from the crowd. And then for me personally, playing against Orlando, rather than with Orlando, is going to be a little different. I know a lot of those players, so and the coach very well. So it'll, definitely be a new challenge and a different challenge for me. But I'm really looking forward to this game.
So what would you say are some of the key focus points in training this past week to get better from last week to play against Orlando?
I think one of the things is just looking at how we can possess the ball a little bit better, switch the point of attack, and knowing that we have to be versatile in our attack rather than so singular thinking. And then at the end of the day, it's just taking care of the ball as well, like individually having the pride to use our technical ability to get out of pressure, either by the dribble or the pass, but making the right decision within that.
because you've been getting a few starts. How important is it to you, or how much is it mean to you to get the trust from Casey to put you in the starting lineup?
Yeah, totally. It means a lot. I mean, we have such a talented group of players amongst us, and so to be able to earn that starting spot and play alongside some of the best players in the world is amazing. And I just can't wait for this weekend. It's going to be really good.
And Alex, I have to ask, I'll listen if you give me if I don't ask. Is there a lot of banter with Sheridan when it comes to speaking about that penalty from the CONCACAF championship match?
I think there was a little bit the first couple days, but we've moved forward. I'm very happy that she's saving penalties with us at the Wave. I've said it from the start of the season when I started playing with her. I think she's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. She has proved that time and time again. And it's just impressive. So I'm really enjoying being her teammate rather than opponent.
Sophia and a couple others are in the running to maybe break her single season record. Do you think you're going to get there?
I don't know, what's Sam Kerr's record?
I think she has 18 in the season.
All right. Well, I mean, I hope one of us breaks it. Yeah. I obviously, you know, I would love to be rooting for myself, but I'm rooting for anyone to break that. Yeah, I'm just also taking it one game at a time.
Chelsea, the commentators have said a lot that San Diego is one of the most physical teams, but last week it seemed like Kansas City was really sticking it to us, really giving us the extra physicality. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't think we played our best last week. We didn't bring our best game. We weren't sharp enough and maybe weren't physical enough. And so I think that's just a wake-up call that every game is a challenge for us. And it's going to be really crucial that we take each game as it is and work towards 3 points every single day we're out there moving forward, because the league is so close in points right now. So yeah, just every game matters.
Thank you.
Okay. Jeff, if you want to go ahead.
Hey, Alex, I'm kind of deep into the season now. I'm just wondering what's stood out to you about Casey's approach to just her coaching style and maybe the ability to get the whole team to buy in, and if that's any different in any way than maybe you've seen previously, or even just kind of a more general US style.
Sorry, I heard you, but there's like a helicopter circling around.
I can repeat if you want.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I think the proactiveness in wanting collaboration from everyone, wanting input and valuing that from players and her staff. I think that that's given all of us players confidence to be able to speak up in meetings. I swear it's literally circling around us. They're looking for someone. It's given us confidence for everyone to speak up and give input in meetings, and feel like if there's any questions or concerns that players have, that's addressed before the game at the weekend. So I think that that's really impressive, and that's kind of helped, I think, this team be so successful and have a really good locker room culture and good just team energy overall. Only 6 months into our first season.
Thanks, Alex. And Kelsey, just as a newer pro, I guess, and you've moved across that front line a bit, you know, there's a learning process to that, I guess. How has that interaction looked for you with Casey in terms of kind of letting you learn, letting you maybe make mistakes as you go and kind of build from that? Is that kind of a trust level between player and coach?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Casey's just incredible as a coach and as a manager as a whole. Obviously coming into the NWSL, being one of the best leagues in the entire world, if not the best league in the entire world. Helicopters coming. They're trying to scout us for this weekend, I think. Hang on one sec. Yeah, but I think for any rookie, it does take a little bit of time to become acclimated to this league being so physical and the speed of play is so fast. And so Casey's really done a great job of really breaking things down with me, looking at film. We really analyze everything with so much detail, and I think that's really helped me transition from college to pro. But I'm just grateful that they've believed in me, and that the players around me have supported me so much, because there is so much to learn, and these girls and the coaching staff has such great experience that I feel like I'm in very good hands to grow and make a difference in this league moving forward.
Thank you.
Scott. Scott, you ready?
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. I got a couple of questions for Alex first off. What do you see as being the biggest difference for you this year? And are you enjoying this this run of form in a way that you didn't before because of your experience, because of the things you've been through?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. I mean, I feel healthy, and the ability to just take care of my body and pay attention to the needs and have the attention to detail, but with our support staff in terms of player loads and looking at that sort of data and kind of managing that through the week. I think that attention to detail has been impressive this year, and it's something that I haven't seen in the league previously. And then Casey has really given me and this team confidence in playing different formations, players playing in different positions. I haven't always played as the 9 in this team, and so just kind of making sure that everyone is set up for success. That's been really helpful. And then I think just the feeling of being at home and just feeling settled and feeling like this is like my city, that not only that I'm playing soccer in, but that I'm representing, I'm living in, I'm long term, and I'm raising my family in. It's just a good feeling all around. So I think my happiness off the field has translated to my success on the field.
And just the experience of the whole thing, to be able to play near home, at home, to be part of a club that's just beginning and has great aspirations. All of that, what has that experience been like? Has it been among the better experiences you've gone through?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's still a young club and we're still learning, or we're still growing as an organization. Obviously there was 6 months or so to put a team together, which is an extremely short period of time, but the club has done incredibly well to create a successful team and a great support staff for us. So now it's just continuing to rally the city around us and continuing to elevate this team, this organization, and looking at this season so far, it's been quite successful. So knowing that we came into an extremely professional environment, I think that everyone in this team wants to give it their all to, to prove why we belong here and to show the city why they need to rally behind us as well, and just wanting to rep the city proudly.
Thank you. And one question for Kelsey. I know it's difficult to talk about a teammate when she's sitting right next to you, but just what you've seen from Alex this season, what it's been like to be playing alongside her. And thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it goes without saying, being a forward, I've always looked up to Alex since I can remember. We would always go to the U.S. national team games and watch the NWSL. And so for this year is really special to be standing alongside of her and to be playing with her in practice and in games. You can just see her professionalism, how she takes care of her body, how she pays attention to so much detail in practice, and it really has high standards for herself and the team. It's truly incredible, and just being an outsider, you don't get to see that. So being alongside of her every single day has been super impactful, and I'm just soaking it all up. She's amazing and an even better teammate in person. So it's incredible, and I feel really blessed to be teammates with her and friends.
Thanks, Kels. That was sweet.
Thank you.
We only have a few more minutes. So I'm going to take 2 more questions. Amor, if you want to go ahead.
Hi, good morning to everyone. I have a question for Alex Morgan. The U.S. women's national team is going to play against England on October 7th, and the way that the tickets has been sold, it was just amazing. And what does it mean for you and for women's soccer in general, this response from the fans?
Yeah, tickets sold out for that game in less than 24 hours. And we're also seeing a dramatic increase of fans tuning into games either on the streaming platforms or on TV or buying tickets to the games every year I'm seeing an increase in, since playing with the national team and professionally since 2010 or 11, it's really incredible to see the growth of women's football globally. And it's just a special time to be a footballer right now, a female footballer.
Did you get surprised because of that?
Did I get surprised?
Yeah.
No, honestly, I feel like if anything, we've been betting on ourselves for years, but now it's just seeing everyone else actually start to value us in the way that we've seen ourselves.
And for Kelsey, do you remember a game that you assist with Alex Morgan in the field and you in the stands?
I've been to a lot, honestly. I actually spent last World Cup in France with my college team, Santa Clara, and we were able to see the quarters and semis. So watched y'all against France, which was such a fun game being in France, and then again in the semis against England. That was another really fun game. So huge women's national team fan, huge Alex fan. It was really cool.
Do you see yourself in the future in the national team?
Yeah, that's definitely always been a goal of mine and a dream of mine. But I just take it day by day and really put my head down and work as hard as I can. And I think good things will come from that for sure.
All right. Thank you
All right,
guys.
thank
I'm
you.
gonna wrap it up here. I'm sorry if you didn't get your question asked, but thank you to Alex and Kelsey both, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.